G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's a new dawn, it's a new day. We are coming back across the Eyre Peninsula to Lake Tyrrell, so inland of Victoria. I'm going to try and shoot the Milky Way over an old abandoned bus out near the salt lakes there, and we'll obviously pop in and check out the salt lakes in the day before we leave. I'm not going to shoot anything in the salt lakes this year because unless there's water in it, it's extremely difficult to try and photograph there. Yeah, unless you've got a real good sky and you've got a little bit of something in the foreground. But so for the sake of running ourselves into the ground, I've chose to skip it, and I'm just going to do the bus out there under the Milky Way. So nice dark skies out there, and I should, with any luck, have about an hour or just under an hour to photograph the Milky Way over the abandoned bus. But again, we're sort of under the pump with travelling from here to the next location, so sort of the travel side of B-roll video stuff is a little difficult because it really does take time, and if I pull over too much I will run out on that time, and the small amount of time that we do have between there while we're there before we go into the Milky Way, we sort of need to collect ourselves. But yeah, another big drive today, like 14, last night it was 16-17 hours, but we spent a good 3 hours on the road last night, and got back on the road this morning, so we had 14 hours up our sleeve today to drive. We're now down to about 8 hours, so if we continue to travel well, we should hopefully roll in a little bit early, and yeah, I'll drown Debbie in the shower. Any luck? She's alright, she's a bit of a trooper to have along. But this is what's going on. So yeah, if I can have some time to shoot anything between there and there, I'll definitely do that and put it into the video. This way it's not all just purely about the bus and the Milky Way. But yeah, so we've headed from the Great Australian Bight all the way over to Lake Tyrrell, to the pink salt lakes there, and then tomorrow we'll head off. After that we'll head off to the Grampians. So the Grampians is a little bit like the Blue Mountains in Victoria, but we'll do a sunrise and a sunset over there. Anyway, we'll be there soon enough. Alright guys, I'll tell you what, it's been a bloody crack of a day. We hit nearly 1,200 kilometres, just under 17 hours, 2 times across the entire Eyre Peninsula over 2 days, and we've come all the way from the Great Australian Bight on the edge of Australia there, 100 kilometres from WA, all the way inland of Victoria to the sea lake, to Lake Tyrrell, to a little hidden gem out the back of the lake there, this old abandoned school bus. And I'll tell you what, we were coming out here, we thought, you know, we were going to run into gate issues again, and we thought we were going to get lost out here, but all of a sudden, there it was. And we come across stormy clouds all day today throughout our whole trip, all the way across. I'll tell you what, you don't get any keener than what I do. I love the adventure, I love the photography, and I absolutely love it, eh? It's just, it does something for you inside, and it's what keeps me coming back out. But all that aside, I'm absolutely rapt to be out here. We come across stormy clouds all day today, and it was meant to be like 10 to 15% of low cloud out here. We got out, there was a tiny bit of black fluffy cloud in front of where the core of the Milky Way was coming up. It disappeared. We got clear, crisp, clean night, and man, the Milky Way just put on a show for us. The stars put on a show for us. We're in really dark skies. There's no moon out, and I'll tell you what, it's just phenomenal. And I couldn't be happy to be out under the bus and shooting the Milky Way over here. I've used a couple of video LED lights and just covered them over a little bit to dim them down a bit, just to light the bus up. I've photographed the bus with the 16 to 35mm on f2.8. I've done 6 frames with that on ISO 4000 and at 13 seconds. Now the 6 frames I'll stack so I can get a cleaner sky. That will be for my sky. And I've done another frame at 2 minutes on ISO 1600 on what was it, ISO 1600, 2 minutes. And what I did was dimmed the lights a little bit more, and that image will be used as a base image for the foreground. When my mind went just blank just a second ago, I fixed the f-stop up to be about f4.5 instead of f2.8. So that should be a bit sharper in the foreground of the image. Sorry, mind blank there, guys. I've been going all day. It's been a massive day. A lot of hours on the road, and it's now nearly 11 o'clock at night. We got up at 4:30 this morning. We hit the road at 5 a.m. and it's just been pump for the last 4 days. For those of you who are following this series of videos, we left Sydney the other day, travelled 13 hours through the Broken Hill, did the Living Desert, and we did Menindee Lakes. You know, we headed from there over to the Flinders Ranges, did the Flinders Ranges, and we headed from the Flinders Ranges out across the Erie Peninsula. We did Lake McDonald, and we did the Great Australian Bight and the Nullarbor Plains. And then, yeah, we headed back over here to do this. And now we've got a few more days left where we're going to do a few different things that I've got planned through Melbourne. So that's going to be interesting. Some sunrises, some sunsets, a few little different things, a forest. But yeah, hang in there, stay tuned. It'll all follow in succession. Happy to be out here. It's been great. And thanks for coming along for the ride again, guys. I'm very sorry about the B-roll. We didn't get to do a lot of it across the Erie Peninsula back to here. We were just strapped for time. Like literally we got in at 7:30 at night, had a feed, cleaned up, had a shower, and drove over to here. We haven't stopped. Yeah, it's just been huge, but it's been absolutely great, and it's so good to be out under the stars. But yeah, hang in there with me, eh? Don't forget to like and subscribe. I have done a little bit of B-roll to try and help make up this video with the few photos, and there are a few photos that I stopped to take with my 1-400mm lens in my travels. So I didn't really get the chance to run through those photos when I did them. I just didn't have time out there. Like, I was under the pump to be here for this tonight. And when I drop this photo, you'll see why I'm so happy. And I just couldn't be happier that it's all worked out the way it has. But if I stopped to run through the photos from the 1 to 400 mil in my travels through here, I just wouldn't have made it here to do this right here, right now. And, you know, not just that, if I stopped too much to do too much B-roll with the drone and the video of the traveling, yeah, I wouldn't be here. So please forgive me for the lack of storyline in the video for content in this video. I'll do my best to slap it all together. Yeah, I really hope you like all these photos. There was a couple in the travels that I absolutely love. I absolutely love this one. I'm sure you guys will too. From the back of the camera, I'm pretty stoked. But yeah, be good or good at it. All right, guys, so we made it obviously from the bus, the abandoned bus, out on the lakeside in the country soil there, and obviously down on Lake Tyrrell. But it's absolutely blowing a gale down here. The sun's high, so everything was hard. What we are going to do is come out onto the sea lake here, or onto the salt lake, I should say, and I'll get a couple of shots with both Debbie and I. What I'll do is I'll get the camera down low. I'm going to put the 16 to 35 mil on, so we've got the ultra wide angle. This way we can cover in a large area, because it's a massive lake out here, and I want to show the depth in the size of it. And if we walk a bit away and I get the camera down low, we should be able to have us break in the horizon. And what I'll do is I'll split the lake halfway in the frame, so you got nice blue sky in the top and the sea lake in the bottom. Should look okay. And I'll shoot on about f11 so I can get the whole thing in sharp and in focus. But I'm going to send the drone up as well, and because of the sun being so high, I've got to put a circular polarizer on the drone to help bring out the colour of the algae in the sea lake here, in the salt lake, so you can see all that pink. And when I get up high and I get out there, well, I shouldn't say when, I have actually already sent the drone up, and it's blowing a gale up there, so I had to send it up like 500 meters high and do top down shots. So I basically just went through and looked for the patterns in the outskirts of where the water leaks in and out into the salt lake. So I think some of that turned out all right. I had a quick look at it. I'll load them up. But I was here 2 years ago, and I got a couple of shots from out of here that, you know, oh yeah, that's cool. But I think, you know, I did much better this time. And it was really hard out there too, because the sun's so high, I can't really see the screen properly on my phone of what I'm looking at out on the drone. So it was a little difficult. But yeah, because you got that glare from the sun being so high. I think we did okay out here anyway. We are going to roll on out of here and make our way over to the Grampians. But thanks again for joining me on another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do need that help. So otherwise the channel's just not going to grow. It's not going to go anywhere. And we'll make our way over to the Grampians. Deb and I have got to go through and pick up a bit of shopping and stuff before we can head on out. There's a nice coffee shop over there too. I might grab one of them before I hit the road. I'm still a little blasé from all the driving yesterday and the late night last night. But yeah, so far, man, it's been an absolute blast, and it's been great to come out and see our country again like I have. Just a whole heap of bucket list locations. But yeah, that's me signing out. I shall see you again in the next video. Take care, and thanks for coming along for the ride.